Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir Selling Gods video. In today's video, we're gonna go over the team that I'm personally using to beat the Grave of Venom on stage 15, or actually even on stage 17. But I said, you know what, let me just show you this team on stage 17 for on stage 15. And it's a pretty fun one, but I have not tested it a lot, honestly, to see if like everything can be replaced. However, you know, half of the people over here are pretty easy to obtain, and let's check it out. But yeah, so pretty much the team that I'm using, and it's kind of like, you know, it kind of impresses me the fact that they give us some of these ones for free, especially the legendaries. But it's using Urion as the tank, right? He's the main tank. Everybody gets him just by getting to Luvina as part of the story. He's a really, really good tank. Then there's Thorin as the healer that's kind of placed behind Urion. That kind of gives him those extra stats. He's the healer and stuff. Then there's Rava, right? You see over here the one that's towards the back behind Thorin. She's one of the ones that's kind of like damage dealer that puts my witch's remains, puts some frost. Then we have Dritz the Orden. I already have him because from previous times as a damage dealer. Doesn't have to be Dritz. If you have something better, right? For example, if you have Oster could work. If you have Vitar is gonna be so much better. Kimbrigar as a damage dealer. And then the last one that I'm actually using in the team is Reita. Now Reita, I know she's a premium hero, but I'm quite sure with, you know, with a little bit more testing, bringing another maybe healer debuff or something like that could work. It could work. You can see even like this, it's a little bit RNG, so sometimes it fails, sometimes it works, but pretty much this is the team that I'm using to kill the stage. Again, this was on stage 15, just had some bad RNG. Now the quirky thing about this team and what makes it not be as perfect is the fact that when they decide to do the hits between Rava and between Rava and Dritz, they keep hitting in the front. Like for some reason, I don't understand the AI, right? Keep hitting in the front, and instead of hitting in the back to start killing them as well, they just keep hitting the same targets. And that is a little bit of a problem because, as you can see, they keep getting those stacks, right? The more they're on the field, the more they get the stacks. Let me see exactly what it say on the passive. Okay, yeah, so when Deadly Harpy performs single target attacks, has a 100% chance of granting Wisp 1 stack of rage, and commanding it to assist attacking same target. Each debuff on the Wisp reduces this chance by 20%. When any Wisp is defeated, deal 5% max HP true damage to Deadly Harpy. So the rage increases the damage dealt by 5% up to 20 stacks. So this one goes up to 100% more damage dealt by the Wisps. So the fact that you don't hit, right, see, they don't go and hit the stuff in the back if you don't kill it fast enough, can become a little bit of a problem. Like for example, see, okay, this is the perfect example. Okay, died, but if that would have not died, they would have just started attacking in the front. So it can be tricky. So make sure you choose you know, your damage dealers properly. I guess the ideal ones for stuff like these are like I mentioned, Vitar or any other ones. They kind of do full board damage or more damage over the bigger area of the map. So for example, maybe what I'm going to try and do for maybe even for tomorrow's video, right? I might release another video for tomorrow of the same dungeon, but I'm gonna try and see how this actually works with what's his name, with Voresh, which again, Voresh everybody gets for free, and then with Sigrid, right, good old rare as the damage dealer. I want to see how that works, right? I might test that one out, and maybe I'm gonna look into trying to replace Reita as well with somebody else for this last spot. Let's see, come on. There we go. It's like a little bit of RNG how he cast that shield, and I think the RNG side is like if I don't land that recharge speed penalty, it's just, you know, not gonna happen. But look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. The Wisp at the back, I never attack it. Unfortunately, because of the way that they decide to do their skills, how Rava and Dritz do their skills, they never attack at the back. They just keep attacking the same thing. So pretty much the ones at the back get some damage, but then the boss, when she does this, summons 2 more, and then Dritz doesn't attack at the back. So those ones are going to keep damaging us. That's why full board damage is the key over here. So try to do, you know, try to do something like that. But again, I'm going to test out more to see if I can get it to work. But I want to show it actually works, right? Not showing you that, oh yeah, it works, but then actually it fails. You can see this was stage 15. However, if I go to if I go to show you exactly the stage that I'm at, you're gonna see that I actually got a little bit higher. It's just a bit RNG. See, so I beat 16 as well. 17 I've not pushed much, but you know, there's a place for improvement. Now I guess let's have a look at the builds that I have on those people, because obviously that's gonna help so you have an idea. One key thing I'm telling you from now, talents are gonna be really important. Talents give you some extra stuff, especially for your tank, right? For Urion, you want to give him the talents to keep him alive, so this is definitely worth investing into and making sure it's a priority. Now the builds. So resonance level 79, everybody that I use in the team, they are fully skilled up, right? Before we jump into that. But when we're talking about Urion, let's check his build out. So the artifact, first of all, he is using Drogo's Blast Jar. If you don't have this one, just go ahead and use Mask of the Lock. This should help as well, just gives him more survivability. And then I pretty much focused survivability. Didn't care about his stuff that he does. Didn't care about his debuffs, just survivability. So that's why I went defense percent, defense percent, defense percent with flat defense. It's not a perfect build. And then this is a random mythic helmet that can help, right? Brings you that extra kind of layer of survivability and immortality. This one actually helps from time to time. But if you don't have this, try to complete this set, Radiance of the Blue Oak, because whenever you drop under 25% HP, you can heal, right? Get that recovery over time, you can heal, and you can survive because of that. So that's Urion. Then if you look at Rava, she's, like I said, Witch's Remains. And then I actually put Rava and the Holy Hunter, so pretty much the stun set, because this can help, right? If you do stun the wisps, that means they will not be attacking you. So you cannot stun the boss, but you can stun the wisps. So when the boss does those attacks, having the Holy Hunter on somebody does lots of hits. So for example, in my testing that I'm going to try to do with Sigrun and Voresh, I'm going to put the Holy Hunter set on Voresh, because he does full board hits. He's going to try and stun some stuff. But Rava in that one, mostly focus the accuracy so she lands the Witch's Remains. And then if I can squeeze some damage, but there's barely any damage, right? Next one, just Dritz Doorden. You see, I don't have any like proper set, just random pieces that I have available on him. His total stats, right? Again, nothing too crazy. There's like, you know, attack could be higher, 100% crit rate could be a thing, more crit damage could be good. I even have a, what's this, a common positive rune, so, you know, space for improvement. But I did decide to go with a Whisper of the Consumer. That's what I had. But with this one, you just go with whichever one's the best one for you that gives you most damage. As an example, you could even go with this, right? If you don't have better artifacts, you go with the Kui Crown, because it gives you attack and crit rate. Makes it easier for you to get to 100% crit rate. So definitely keep that in mind. Then again, talents for him, I kind of went over here. I didn't, I got here, I still need to eat levels. Same thing, talents over here. I didn't even do talents on the next level on Rava. I should do that. Then let's have a look at Rita. She is in there just to have the skill haste. That's why she has the Rift Hourglass. She's in there just to pretty much bring her amazing kit of putting increased defense, of putting recharge speed penalty, and also extending the duration of debuffs. Plus, she also brings attack penalty on her battle skill. So that can be really helpful. And the passive is really cool, because the more debuffs you have, the less damage that they do, plus also 10% less damage. So Rita is pretty powerful, I'm not gonna lie. I love her, she's amazing. She's gonna be even more powerful for Vortex later on. And then if you look at Thorin is as much enlightenment and as HP as I could get him. With the Solar King's Horn, because obviously he's a healer, the more healing he does, the more damage he's gonna boost for us. And then if you look at his talents, I kind of went this way. It seems like for healing, the middle one is the best, right? Just heals more based off of his max HP as well, so you can pump some max HP in him as well. That will also boost his healing. But yeah, that's pretty much the team that I'm using. I'm gonna be trying again, like I said, I'm gonna be trying to use the team of using Sigrun in there, using Voresh for stage 15, and see how I can get over there. So pretty much, let me just show you exactly what I'm going to be testing. So Voresh for Voresh instead of, what's her name, instead of Rava. Then I'm going to be getting, where's not Necrosis, Poison. I'm going to get Sigrid, right? Sigrid, because she does this with there's debuff, she does full board attack, right? She can do pretty good damage. She's also going to be doing attack penalty, so that's going to be good. Then I think what I will have to look at is like, who do I bring as the other healer? You know what, maybe as the other healer I should try, I already have these as a pair, so they should have the maximum damage, but maybe as the other healer I could go with the other free one that we get in Garius, right? Just double tank Garius, put him in there as another tank. He brings some healing. This should work, right? I'm gonna test it out, I guess. So either Garius or Cancer, and I will see you around. But I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see how it goes, and depending on the result, you might see a video, or it might just need to get better gear. But anyway, we're gonna leave it at this for today. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.